How you doing, guys? Tracy Lucas here, Lucas Vision Photography. So you guys decide that you want to be a photographer or a hobbyist, which is all great news to me. There's nothing better than creating art or portrait with photography. I'm here to show you how you can get started on a budget. Now, I got started in photography 9 years ago when I got my taxes back from my job. I went back on Amazon and bought me a camera and also my wife a camera. My wife, she's a Nikon fan, so she bought the Nikon D5200. That's what she's shot with before, and I never shot other than point and shoot cameras. So I did a lot of researching and to see what's out there, played around with a few cameras before I made my purchase, and I bought this camera here, the Canon T5i 18 megapixel camera, brand new, off the shelf, first time buying a camera. Last time buying a brand new camera. Because since then, I started going around to my local pawn shops and looking for deals on cameras. You find great deals on cameras, and you also probably toggle down a little bit on cameras. And also, you might find some cameras been sitting there for a while. They're just trying to get rid of them. Now, the next camera I bought was a Sony camera, the Nex 6. Now, this body style might look familiar because it's the same body style as the Alpha 6000. It just back then they called Nex 6 before they changed the software inside. But this is the camera here that taught me how to use my shutter speed and aperture settings. So we know what to do because everything you did, you looked to the viewfinder and you changed your setting, you saw exactly what it did and how it affected the pictures because it's like you seeing the picture before you take the picture. Then I realized I could do the same thing with my Canon camera. I just had to put the back of the camera on live view and change the settings that way. Then from there, I started buying different cameras, trying out different cameras, see how each manufacturer does their cameras. Next camera I bought will be the Samsung cameras. I see Samsung has some great quality pictures that people been taking with the Samsung. So I found this camera on Facebook Market for $150. This is the Samsung NX1000. Very first very first photos I took with this camera has made it into a magazine. This is a great camera. It's a little different from the Canon for changing your settings, but once you get used to it, it can be effective. You just got to get used to how you change the settings. But I would say that Canon and the Sony are similar to how you change the settings. You got a knob here, a button here to change everything around. Then the next camera I went and purchased, I wanted to try some point and shoot cameras. And one of the ones I bought is this PowerShoot SS530HS. To me, this is a great travel camera if when you're out with your family on trips and stuff like that, and you don't want to carry around nothing bulky heavy. Fits in your hand like a point and shoot, but it's just a fits in your hand like a DSLR camera, but it's a point and shoot. Take pictures, great quality photos as well. And the next camera I got will be the PowerShoot G10. Now these cameras here blew my mind how well they take pictures. Just like point and shoots, it has one lens. And this camera here also has a hot shoot on it, will allow you to set up a speed light or off camera flash. I decided to try with an off camera flash. Took some great photos. Those photos also got published in the magazine using a point and shoot camera. So really, when it comes to camera, it's all about what feels good in your hands. How you like the button layout. You think it's something you can use long term. Now, I would say go to your Facebook Market or your pawn shops before you go spend thousands of dollars on a brand new camera. Remember, you're just getting started. You don't know for sure this is something that you're going to stick with. That you spend all this money on this equipment that's going to be sitting in a corner collecting dust. Unless you, one of the things to take in consideration when you're buying a camera is also check out the prices of the lenses if you are getting an ADSLR or SLR camera, because the lenses can get crazy, ridiculous. Like for instance, this lens here, 70-200, 2.8, you find these lenses brand new starting at $2,000. Luckily, I actually found this one for $700 at the local pawn shop. So definitely make sure you check your camera lenses prices along with camera prices to see which ones work best for your pocket. Now, Sony, they put out some great lenses, but at the same time, their lenses are more expensive than a Canon. Unless you are using a point and shoot camera, then that's something you don't have to worry about using. Change the lenses out because you only got one lens. But definitely make sure you check the lenses price and make sure that is something that you can consider going on down the road buying new lenses. But like I said, check your Facebook Market and your local pawn shop. You might find some good deals on the lenses. Also looking at your reviews for the cameras. Like you always look on YouTube, see what everybody is saying about each camera too as well. We also can go on Amazon and check the reviews that people are seeing up there. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it worth the money? That's one thing you definitely want to make sure you're looking at the reviews of every camera and lens that you're looking at. So check with your local neighborhood pawn shop, Facebook Market, and a lot of people don't know if you go on Amazon. I know Amazon sells new stuff. Amazon also sells used camera equipment too as well. You go, you see one you like, they tell you the price, but you scroll down a little bit, you might see some that says used. Now it's not as cheap as going to the pawn shop or Facebook Market, but if it's something that you're actually looking for, so you can't find it used on Amazon.com. All right, guys. Tracy Lucas here, Lucas Vision Photography. You can follow me on Facebook, Lucas Vision 1, and also Instagram, Lucas Vision 1. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope I gave you some knowledge to think about. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know what you think. What camera did you get? All right? See you behind the camera, guys.